What's up everybody, it's Kaylee here with my 8-week update. Please excuse the mess, I've been in the process of moving and as you can see, my office is not quite set up yet. Since my last update, the biggest difference that I've seen in my dreads has really been in the texture. So I'm definitely feeling a lot more solid. This one's really fluffy up top. Let me find one. So like here, I don't know if you'll be able to see. Getting really thick. You can see I do have some of these like loose hairs. So usually like the day after wash day, I'll try to clean up a little bit, but I try to focus more on areas where I have loops or where it's weak. So oh, there's a good loop for you. This one's actually pretty solid. But basically what I do is I just take a crochet hook. So I have this one, those are little rubber bands I have extra. And then I go through and I just try to, any of the loose hairs in there, I just try to, I guess I wrap them around the dread and kind of pull them through. And that just helps clean up the loops a little bit and helps keep my hair look a little bit more uniform. So you can see even just after a little bit, that loop's pretty much gone. And I can just mess with that for a while. It's really important not to mess with your hair too much. So I do try to leave it pretty much the rest of the week. And then I won't mess with the dreads unless I'm just searching for weak spots. You can see I have like this dread. This one's super solid. I haven't had any extensions fall out since probably week 2, I think. And even then they weren't really like falling out. It was just I could feel it was weak and so I kind of yanked on it. I will probably go through with some extra human hair that I have left over for my extensions and maybe just patch up a few areas that feel a little bit weaker and that aren't tightening up super well. I don't have an example that I can find super easily. Maybe this one? I don't know. I do have some synthetic hair coming in and I'm planning on making some single-ended dreadlock extensions, and my plan with that is basically I don't want to dye my own hair, but I like the idea of having a little bit of color in there and you know, being able to take it out when I want to. So the cool thing with single-ended dreadlock extensions is you can kind of like loop them in on themselves and just slide them up your dread and then tighten it. And then you'll have another dread there. I would take those out every time I wash my hair for sure. But I mean, if you want to keep them in for, you know, a whole week while you're doing it, or if you wash your hair every other week or once a month, you know, go ahead and keep them in there as long as you want and as long as your scalp isn't getting irritated. Yeah, I'll update you guys on that. And I have a couple different colors coming in. One's a little bit more natural ombre and probably a little bit more drastic of an ombre than what I have, so I'll kind of add like extra highlights. And then the other one is like a blonde to mauve to like a mauvey purple kind of color, so that'll be fun. As far as hairstyles go, I've mainly just been doing a ponytail or a bun recently, and that's just because we've been moving and braids look super cool, but they're pretty stiff. So if I have braids on like the front, then my range of motion on the front of my head is pretty limited, and I'm not about that life, especially when I have projects to work on. Oh, and speaking of projects, I realized I probably need a work bonnet, and I'll show you guys a picture. I made some desks with my husband and it was messy, and I just washed my hair the previous day and I didn't want to wash it again. So I will let you guys know what I get. questions or if you have any videos that you want me to make, please go ahead and leave a comment below, and I will either make a video about it if there are enough comments, or I can just respond to you. So thank you all. Probably, oh, buddy, Stanley keeps knocking over my camera.